if any, were some of the challenges that you were experiencing providing these ancillary services? And did you have to renovate any space or add staff to accommodate?
So for the biggest mistake I made was added too many too quickly. So I went for wedding dresses, horse blankets, leather, and rugs all like the same time, which was great, but storage and tracking was the biggest issues I had, the biggest problems I wasn't planning for. When someone brings in a 10-foot rug, where do you put it? And then when they come pick it back up, you got to find a place to store it. So it's just stuff I didn't anticipate right away. Or horse blankets, they smell terrible. Then you have to deal with that. So planning ahead of time would help a little bit, not doing all at once, because they all work smooth. It's just you got to do it sequentially, and then having software or a paper system or some way to track it, especially if you send out the service, like say the horse blankets. I have a partner they just do horse blankets, so having a way to track that is huge. And storage, so and it's more training for your attendants too. The more stuff you do, the more items you have to train them on, the more tracking there is. So with more business comes more cost. So depends on how much you want to add. I would just say add one thing at a time, get that system down, and then look to add another one.
Very good advice. How about you, Matt? Did you guys have any challenges in providing it? Or obviously there has to be space for a massage chair. Did you have to do anything with space or staff to accommodate having it?
Again, we had, before we bought it, we thought, do we have the space for this? And I had a few spots picked out in the laundromat that could, and we had to move it around a little bit. That didn't quite fit there. It was kind of clunky or awkward. We found a space that just so happens to be right next to one of our games and in front of the TV, and it doesn't block anything. So that seemed like the perfect spot. And then just trying to think the other piece to that. There were a few folks that we found that we thought, oh boy, massage chair, everybody's gonna like that, and some people just won't. But there are some folks with back issues and things like that it just wasn't for them. They just said, ooh, it hurts, kind of thing. And it's not an intense massage by any means, but it's we just have to be cautious of that. The one service that I would say when we bought the laundromat 10 years ago, there really wasn't a wash, dry, fold. There had been, and then there hadn't been through an owner that wasn't. It's kind of absentee, and we started the wash, dry, fold up kind of slowly, but then we did a little bit of I would say it's kind of marketing to do it, and I guess kind of what Travis said, just thinking of where are we going to store this, if customers don't come and pick their stuff up after a certain amount of days, what if we get busy, we just all of a sudden every summer or busy season for us, we seem to get more and more and more, and it's getting overcrowded at times if we don't manage the flow of that. So we're always thinking for the future and what's next. We're actually talking about some other ideas, and one of those is expanding that area. We can expand those services and maybe even get up to a pickup and delivery service. But we have some things to think about before we do that, like storage.